Hey y'all, what is going on? I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for maybe coming through and pushing the like button, or if you can, you come back and you listen to the replay. I appreciate that as well. I just want to. I probably do a part one and part two. You know me. I'm not one of these people that can stay up all times of the night on YouTube. So and no offense to those that can, but that's just not my thing. I'm a sleepyhead, so eventually I go to sleep because I have to get up in the morning and deal with little cheering. So I don't be on here as long as some people, because I just don't have the uh is it tenacity or the determination or the energy to do that. I'm going to talk a little bit about shout out to Miss YoThoughts, and the other people that were involved, True Essence and Miss Valentina. This is talking about when grown people have a conversation. And unfortunately, there's people that can't even do that in real life. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Gary. Let alone YouTube. On YouTube, it's people going back and forth. No one wants to come to a resolution. It's just about beef for the most part. Very rarely do you hear conversations with people that, whether however it ends with the understanding that you two are going to part ways peacefully. But, that's very rare. And then when you have people that try to be the mediator, oftentimes people say, oh, the mediator is the one being messy. When no, actually, when a person does content like this and try to find a conflict resolution, it's not only good content, but it actually shows you that, hey, we can have a conversation. We can talk like grown people. We can decide not to like each other and part ways. We can decide not to talk about each other, part ways, or we can decide to, hey, squash the beef and we cool. So that's what grown people, mature people do. But unfortunately, on here we have people going back and forth. People say they squash it, but they still talking trash. And then here you go, another year, then another year, and then another year, and then another year. So it never stops until maybe one person decides it's enough, right? But when we have real conversations like Miss Yo Thoughts, I thought this was a really good live. It really should speak volumes to people about how to act or how to not always respond in a calling people out their name. Hey, cornbread, what's good? Good to see you. You don't have to go to the far end, but some people do. Like I said, I've never been a person that like to go back and forth. I always been like, what's up? Either you want to fight or you gonna shut up. It's either one or the other. I've never been a person that like to go back and forth. Now there is times I will do it, just depending, because we can't reach people on the internet unless we find out where they stay. But that's a little too much. That's a little too much energy. And then as well, it could be detrimental not only to that person but maybe to you. So unfortunately, every some people are not raised by hyenas or monkeys or wolves, where they actually know how to have conversations with people. And and I'm not saying, hey, Marissa, I'm not saying people, everybody's raised by wolves and hyenas and every. Hey, Brian, but some people act like they are. So until they show you otherwise, that's you believe they were raised in the jungle. And I'm starting to believe sometimes some animals have some more sense, some common sense than humans at times, which is unfortunate. So again, I'm not talking down on people. I'm just going by what I see for the most part. There is some entirely intelligent people, and when you see this live, you will see that it's actually reasonable people. There's actually older women that are willing to teach younger women how to conduct themselves. That's what I used to be raised around, older women that actually had conversations and knew how to teach other young women, how to act. But unfortunately, we got so many older women competing with younger women. And that's when you have a really big problem. So I'm going to show you a little bit of Yo Thoughts. Yo Thought is a content creator that is connected with the bus life sector. She was trying to get an understanding between two young ladies, Valentina and True Essence. I don't know all of the ins and out of this story. So I'm just gonna kind of just go by whatever they're talking about in here, and if you listen, you can kind of catch up to maybe what happened, what didn't happen, what was said, what wasn't said. So again, welcome to those that came in, and I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this to with you guys, and the live is Valentina Speaks. And so she is the young lady that's having a problem with the other young lady that came on Yo Thoughts panel. So I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to stop it and talk, and you know how I do it.
Wait a minute, hold up. Let me put my TV there. What's going on? I heard it dropping you off. I said, hang on. I said, wait a minute. So I'm pausing my TV and listening to her. So she wanted to come, but she didn't want to go up on Damn D's panel.
She's talking about Valentina. Valentina did not want to go on Damn D's panel. Damn D had invited her up. That's another content creator for those who don't know, to go up because she had a issue with True Essence, the other young lady.
Because and I'm gonna let her tell you this because she coming and joined me today, right? So she didn't want to go up on Dam's D panel to talk to True Essence and excuse me and Earth Day because she felt like that they would just be arguing and won't nobody get to hear nothing and it might not nobody might get muted and all of that stuff. So she asked could she come over here on my panel to say what she her side of the story pretty much. Now me, I like all of them. I like True Essence, I like Earth Day, and I like Valentina. So I'm not picking in the sides. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing the same thing that Damn D did yesterday. He let those two women go up there and say what they wanted to say, and I'm just simply allowing Valentina to come over here.
Many times when I have tried to be neutral in situations, people came out saying that I was the messy one, that I was the conniving one. And see, that's what's wrong with people's mindset. And that's why I know a lot of people are just messed up in the head because when you're actually being neutral, you're trying to be a mediator where you're trying to see everyone's side. So you're not trying to favor one more than the other, and you can actually, if you're objective, you can call things down the middle. So that's what Miss Yo Thoughts was doing.
And one of the reasons why I'm letting her to do that too is because, like I said, I like her,
Hey,
and
Bolo.
I like all of them. But she also was my third subscriber that I got when I started my channel, and so I felt like I know her enough to know that she won't come over here and disrespect my platform as well. But don't get me twisted. After Valentina comes up here and talk and say what she wants to say and tell her so-called side of the story, she's gonna drop down. And if Earth Day or True Essence want to come up in here and rebuttal what she says, then they're welcome.
I don't know what you're referring to, Bolo, but I understand a lot of times when you are honest, yeah, it's not gonna be well with you. People would rather hear lies than the truth.
Welcome to come. Except for I want them to come just like a single file, one at a time, because that way, everybody can understand what's going on. And again, I am a bystander just like y'all are. I'm watching the show just like y'all are, except for one of the stars of the show is going to be on my panel today. Like DMD had those two stars, she's going to be like the guest, or should I say the guest is going to be on here. Okay, that's it. That's all. Okay, so welcome to everybody. With that being said, I'm going to drop the link. Okay. All right. So let me get in here because I see Valentina in the chat. Okay. Hang on 1 second. And y'all, please chat respectfully. Okay. I would appreciate it. So I'm going to put the invite here. Let's copy this link. Let's copy it. I'm going to drop it down here. Okay. And then Valentina, when you see that link in here, I just want her to pop up, please. Nobody in the backstage or nothing, just her. So she can take her
Hey,
time and say what
EJ.
she got to say. And then when she's finished, and I'm sure that she's finished with what she had to say, and she said completed, she's gonna drop on, and everybody gonna go about their merry way. And your thoughts is just an observer, just like you audience are, and just like Damn B was, nothing more, nothing less. So anybody in there want to throw some yeast and some shit, I am just a bystander. Get that clear, everybody.
You see, I'm just a bystander. So when I do something like this, I'm being messy. I'm being a snake. I'm being trash. When you're trying to be neutral, people don't appreciate that. They won't they don't care if somebody else bring it up, but let you bring it up, let you try to be the mediator, let you try to have it on your panel. Oh, it's hell to pay.
Just listening. All righty then. So the link is in the thing in the jingle bob, Valentina, so you can catch on to it if you want, click on it. Okay. So I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Everybody doing okay? Hey, Miss Chicago, what's up, Jims? What you say? Oh man, I hope they solve it. I do. I hope they resolve it because all, and I'm so, that's why I was like, huh? I'm in the kitchen and they do. I was like, what happened? What?
Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Yo. Yeah, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you nice and clear. How are you, baby?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Say hello to the chat. Say hello to the chat, Valentina.
Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. I can't see the chat. I'm only on my
you
phone
can't
today.
see it? Okay. So, all right. So look, Valentina, this is what I want to start off saying. Why did you call me yesterday? Why did you call me yesterday? Why did you call me yesterday?
Really just to be able to say what I wanted to say because I seen those two ladies talking shit and actually screaming, and I don't do that.
Okay.
So I'll speak my piece here, and that's it.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my thing on mute. Okay, and then so what I want you to do is explain first of all. I'm gonna ask this question. First of all, I want to know how did it happen, and whether you take one person or two people, or both Earth Day and a True Essence. But let us know first of all who you're talking about and how did it happen? How did we get here? That's what I want to know. And I'm going to pause this thing.
Hey,
I'm gonna put my
atmosphere.
mic on mute and you just tell us that. Oops, oh Lord, don't let me mess this thing up. Okay, let me find the mute button. Okay, here we go.
Okay, well, I guess Earth Day and True Essence both don't like my opinions of them, I guess, because there was no problem until I questioned Earth Day and she started having an attitude. So I get attitude right back. It's just that simple. Same thing with True Essence. She did not like that I told her that her and Garrick were both wrong in their situation, and she started tripping too. So it's just energy being matched. That's all. Nothing more,
Hey,
nothing
Urban.
less. But I just want them to know also, they ain't the only bitches on here that could talk shit. I can too. I just choose not to. So I don't understand what the problem is. If True Essence can call out Garrick, why can't I call out her behavior? I don't get it.
Okay, so let me I just want to clarify now. What you mean by that? What do you mean about calling out her behavior? What do you mean calling out True Essence behavior? I don't understand. I don't understand that
Thank
part.
you, John.
About
Well,
what?
that's a great
Between her, between her and Garrett. Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Thank you, John McNary. I appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you. You're in the bushes. Okay.
Now, never mind. I understand what you're saying now. Between her and Garrett, you said you called out her behavior, and you think that's why she's upset with you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because unless I'm mistaken, but I remember her, I don't know what live it was. I'm sorry, I don't know which content creator it was, but she was going off talking about, well, tell me where I'm wrong. And I finally just said in the chat, well, at this point, you and Garrick are wrong. And she got mad.
How you know she got mad though? You know?
Because she said it
Thank
on the,
you,
I'm
Keith.
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying, how did you? You said because you said True Essence got mad at you, but I'm trying to figure because you said her and Garrett both was wrong. But how do you know she got mad at you? Did she say she was mad at you? You know, see what I'm saying? How
She
did you
said
know
it on the
that?
panel
Thank
Oh,
you so much.
because she read my comment, and I guess she took it offended, got offended. She said I backstabbed her, so I don't know.
So let's go back a little bit. For some of you guys that don't know, I interviewed a guy 2 weeks ago named Garrett Chavez. He's actually one of my mods. And I interviewed him about the situation. For those who don't know, he was dealing with another lady content creator, well, I'm female content creator, and they ended up having a situation in some I don't know, but anyway, they ended up having a situation on here, friendship, and they're no longer friends. So he did the interview on here. So Garrett seems to he seems to be in the mix of a lot of stuff around here, right? So he ended up having a situation where he was going back and forth with a young lady named True Essence. Him and True Essence got into it. After that, they squashed it, but then they didn't squash it. So that's what Miss Valentina is saying, that she felt like True Essence and Garrett were both wrong in the situation, whatever the situation with them going back and forth. So, and she was saying that True Essence did not like it. So, of course, you heard Miss YoThoughts say, "Well, how do you know?" And so Miss Valentina is explaining it. So that I'm just giving the backstory for those who don't know, because I know some people that watch are not in the sector.
I've said in the chat plenty of times, I show love to everybody. I like everybody until I don't. So when she start getting on the panels and start seeing different things, saying her,
And again, I want to say a thank you to my buddy John McNeary as well as Keith. Thank you so much for your giving spirit. Thank you.
mind, well, my opinion
Hey,
changed on her.
Philly. Hey, KB.
That's okay. Just like people who may hear my voice today or my opinion may have a difference of opinion about me. I really don't, it doesn't bother me. All of us on YouTube in the chat, we all give opinions about each other, whether it's our business or not. Excuse me, our business or not. But for some reason, Earth Day and True Essence are getting offended by my comments, my opinions.
okay. So I understand that part about True Essence. And, okay, so now, and you said she typed it in the chat, so that's how you know that she got offended, in your opinion, by your comments, right? That's you talking about True Essence on that one, right?
Correct.
So okay, so now with Earth Day, why are you upset? Why are you upset with her, or are y'all upset with each? Why? What's up with that?
Well, with Earth Day, I guess her problem is that, again, she brought herself to the YouTube, became content with her and Lou's situation, because I didn't know that her and Lou had a little history, or I don't even know what their situation was until she came on and told somebody on YouTube. Actually, she told everybody. And she's another one. I asked her when she was talking about Lou's situation, her and Lou.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't like that I was questioning her. I was questioning both of them. I asked Lou, what did he do to make her say the things she was saying about him? And I asked her, if he was that way, why did she go to a hotel with him? And she didn't like that. She started tripping because I asked her. So
One thing I'm learning on here, I don't know if you guys agree. One thing I'm learning, even though people's business is out here on the YouTube streets, sometimes it's best to not ask questions and just let everything unfold. Because even though you have two people going back and forth, and it's very it's public, on it's on public display, sometimes even speaking on certain things, especially in the middle of it, can cause more problems than you want. if that makes sense. That's just like the situation that I was in. Number one, the interview was fine. I was neutral. I did exactly what I did. The fault that I made was doing it in the middle of a beef. A lot of times you have to let things kind of simmer down before you even, do like an interview or ask questions or whatever. Because even though things are in the public display, there's still sometimes people that still don't want you talking about it. They don't want you asking questions. So that's when people get offensive and that's when people get defensive, right? So sometimes it's best to kind of just observe and watch. And if you are that type of person, like Miss Valentina, she wanted to ask the question. She was just asking the question because it was out there. It was out there in the open, right? Well, probably Miss Earth Day didn't like that and didn't agree with maybe her asking that question about that. So you have to be kind of very cautious because these type of situations on YouTube are very touchy. They're very sensitive. And so you have to kind of just sit back and watch everything play out. It's not always good to give your opinion at first because you really don't know, right? We have to kind of observe from a distance to kind of see and let things unfold. Because really, at the end of the day, it shouldn't have came on YouTube, but then at the end of the day, it's none of your business either, right? So it's a sticky kind of situation. You just have to be really careful with situations on YouTube. And I'm just learning to kind of just sit back and let things unfold, and instead of always maybe giving my opinion at the first moment of situation happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say about it.
Okay,
They just
so
don't like my opinions. That's all.
Hey,
so
Bad
from
Bunny,
all the way
how
back
are
to
you?
what the Garrick situation, the True
Hey,
Essence
CC.
situation, and Earth Day situation, and Lou situation, were y'all in back then? Were y'all all getting together? Then so y'all just kind of like just kept co-mingling in the chat. Y'all hadn't had anything bad to say in the chat, did y'all? So it just y'all was talking about each other, sneak dissing each other in the chat, and then it just blew up like now yesterday, or so that's what I'm trying to figure out. How did we get from right back then in the beginning all the way up to what happened last night or yesterday evening?
Well, I guess it's just been little shots here and there. I mean, if my jokes are shots, then whatever. But
Valentina, you know you can do
I
jokes though. You do jokes too. So you don't think your jokes, you don't think you did some shots? You know
oh,
what?
I probably did. I'm sure I did. What's the
Okay.
problem with that? That's the thing I don't see is what's the problem? Why? Because we're both or all three of us on the so-called same side. What's
No,
the problem?
I don't
I
know.
like him.
I'm
Now
trying to
I
find out
don't.
what the problem is. I don't
It's
know.
not a big issue.
Okay. So,
And actually, to answer your question, um, I did hear catch up playback because yeah, I am married, and nobody would have known that unless I said that myself a long time ago. Um, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Darla. I'm just listening to you. You say yes, you are
Oh, I'm
married.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm
It
listening.
sounded like you
I'm
were
just
saying.
listening.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm giving you a chance to
Okay,
say everything you want to say, baby. So I heard you said yes, you are
okay,
married. Okay, keep going.
okay. And I said that to leading to the fact that I'm not up all night on YouTube. If I am every once in a while, it's because I'm babysitting my grandkids and they keep me up all night, keep me up at night. They're on their own schedule. But anyway, I caught a live, and True Essence wanted to get something off her chest, but without getting something off her chest. She was saying her little innuendos, but too afraid to say my name. Little bird, little parrot, whatever. I know she's talking to me. It is what it is. I ain't tripping on it. But she definitely is tripping on me. She's mad because I teased about her Buried, knowing the bitch said that mistake twice, so I don't want to hear no auto spelled it wrong. She said that twice. But anyway, if she wants to keep spending her money to the content creators, that's fine with me. I found out yesterday how quick I can make a troll account.
Yeah, I said I was in the kitchen when I was listening to the live stream, and I heard that you was getting dropped down, and somebody say, "That's her, the Valentina in a troll account." So I'm thinking, I'm in there just slinging pots and pans, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?"
So in Damn D's chat, I don't know what day it was. You can pay a $50 to drop a either I think it's a moderator or someone in the chat. So True Essence, the other young lady, sent a $50 cash app to get rid of Valentina in the chat. So that's what they're talking about. For those who don't know, it was a $50 drop. So they got her out of the chat, and I believe Valentina came in under a troll account back into the chat. So that's what she's talking about.
Oh, what y'all? What's going on? But go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening to y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby.
So I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's what I take them why they are mad at me. They don't like my opinions because I don't like how they have showed their behavior.
And thank you, John McNeary, because you seem to be one of those that actually has common sense. Um, because exactly, my interviews are always neutral. I always give people the platform to be themselves, to tell their side of the truth, and I always open it to both parties. Now, whether that party decides to take it or not, that's up to them. But I always offer the opportunity. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that because, like I said, I always try to be neutral and be fair when I'm dealing with interviews and dealing with people telling their information or personal information. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I really do.
And poor Rodney, he was getting cussed out by both of them bitches for just showing some love to me. Ain't that fucked up?
But Valentina, now one thing I don't think is good a good thing to do. Don't call them bitches. Don't do that, baby. Don't do that. Don't think that's. I don't do that. I don't like
Yeah.
that. I know how you feel, I guess, because I probably would say a bad word if I'm feeling like, some type of way. But I don't want you to disrespect them in that way, on a panel like that. Not on my panel. You know what I mean? I don't like giving, you know what I'm saying. That your thoughts over here. I want to be the only one to call somebody a bitch. Okay. So let me tell you. Okay, baby. Yeah, but go ahead and finish talking. But you can still say everything. You can still talk about anything you want. But you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I like all of y'all. You know what I mean? And I don't like it. I ain't like when I heard them. I didn't like when I heard them calling you. They saying a bitch towards you either. I don't like that. So, but I understand because when people get mad at each other or have a conflict, first thing we women do is call each other a bitch. But I prefer that we don't do it right here, okay, baby? But go ahead, state your case. Keep on talking and say everything you.
See, she's being fair, and I bet she's not going to allow the other person to come on there and speak and say those words about her. So that is being fair. That is setting boundaries for your platform. And especially if you are trying to be neutral and you're not trying to have a shit show, right? So this is what you do when you're holding a panel and you're actually trying to create a space where both people can have a conversation instead of going back and forth. This is the example right here.
You want to say, get it off your chest. And if True Essence and Earth Day come over here, like I said, like I told you on the phone, that I'm going to let them come up here one at a time because you said you don't want to be on the panel with them, which is cool. That's what you want to do. And then I'll drop you down and let them rebuttal whatever they want to say individually, not both of them at the same time because I ain't trying to have all that. I want one-on-one, okay? But So go ahead and finish saying what you said. And I'm not rushing you. Just, just go ahead. Okay. I'm on mute. Go ahead.
No problem. I get it, Mr. Joe. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got it out of my system. So all I'm gonna say is I don't really like to call names either. However, once you start calling names, you can be everything that you call me too. So, but I get it. I understand. And that's what I don't want to do either, is be on there, because I can get real nasty mouth too. And before you know it, I'm gonna say it. If I can say it one more time, if we were on a panel, it'd just be three bitches yelling at each other. So that's just not my style.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I said better. It's better not to even go there, because you know how we go. We can go on, and sometimes you say things in the heat of argument, and because you feel in some type of way that you can't take back, and you wish you didn't say it, or you could have used another word to get to your point of what you're trying to say. So basically, you need to go ahead and finish telling me about what you want to say. So just so because you got the floor to say whatever you want to say. Because right now, only thing I'm hearing is that you're saying that True Essence is mad at you because um you said that both of her and Garrett was wrong, and you don't think that she liked that comment. And from that day to up to yesterday, it's been like just little back and forth, little slick shots at each other. And you're saying pretty much the same thing with Earth Day. Did you feel like it's slick shots because she didn't like what you was saying about her and Lou? So am I understanding that?
Yes, because they both have used the word that I backstabbed them. I don't know them. And they wanted to give advice yesterday. I want to get some advice too. Don't have high expectations from strangers, people you don't know, and you won't be let down.
Now that is the gospel truth right there. Um, Many times on here, we get disappointed by people because we have too much of a high expectation of them. We don't know anybody personally. Some people do, maybe, but for the most part, most of us don't know anybody on here personally, right? And sometimes our feelings get hurt, or uh we feel betrayed or feel let down because we put somebody on a pedestal when we shouldn't have. So that is the truth, just in real life in general. Like, that's something you should know. Don't put nobody, maybe your mama, maybe your daddy, I don't know, but really don't put no human on a pedestal, because you will be disappointed, and that is something that is as sure as death and taxes. It's going to happen.
And I'm talking to them, to True Essence and Earth Day.
Okay. Okay, I'm just listening to you, baby, because I don't know.
Dimple D, who were you saying was both wrong? Were you talking about Valentina and True Essence, or Gary and True Essence? Because you said they both were wrong. Hey, Randy, how are you? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Can you tell me who you were talking about?
Well, that's really all I got to say. I mean, I just wanted to come and see, because they thought they did something yesterday. You know, they sounded real tough on YouTube on the panel, but that shit don't impress me. So, like I said before, if they want to keep dropping me for $50,
Hey, Jay.
I'm okay with that. That shit don't.
Now you got women with strong personalities. So you got Valentina, that seems like she has a strong personality. True Essence seems like she has a strong personality, and so does Earth Day. So you got three women with strong personalities going back and forth in a chat. So That thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much, John McNeary. Thank you. I appreciate you. You put a smile on my face, boy. Thank you. You have all these strong personalities, right? So it is bound to happen. Something is bound to happen. So, and it's hard for women for the most part to get along. Most of the time, I'm just gonna be quite honest with you. Most of us sometimes don't like each other, and that's just the God honest truth. Now when you become secure in yourself and you don't mind giving a woman they props and compliments, and you stand in your own you know security, you don't have problems really dealing with women, because you know who you are. So good for them, what they got, and good for you. But then you dealing with so many women that don't have that type of personality, or don't have that type of outlook, and they go back and forth, and so also too, on the flip side, women with strong personalities, that sometimes that can be a problem too, because they're going to go back and forth. So it's just a mess, because like I said, most of the time we as women, we don't like each other a lot of times, and that's just the God honest truth. Not all, but some. And most of the time, the women that can get along with other women, that's because they're secure within themselves. And really, they don't care. They don't care what somebody else is doing. They just don't care. And then just sometimes just women, we have a sometimes bad understanding with each other. We may think a woman is doing a certain thing when it might not be, and vice versa. So it's a lot of different factors and why women don't like each other or don't get along. I might have a woman that wants to come up here today to maybe explain that. But yeah, this is what's going on, and it goes on with men too for some reason, especially these feminine men. I'm not talking about the men that choose to be live an alternative lifestyle. I'm talking about the men that have a lot of ways like their mother or their grandmother. They can kind of act like women too.
Don't bother me.
Okay,
And I'm not
so
trying to offend anybody.
do you think, well, this might be a
Thank you,
dumb
John.
question, but you don't think at no point that you girls can kind of like,
Bless
you
you.
young ladies can kind of, can kind of like chop it up a little bit, or I don't know, just, and just let it go? Because you don't think so? Because it sounds pretty
Um,
minor to me. I'm just saying, on the outside, look at this, like I still
it
don't
is.
get it. But I'm talking, I don't get it on no sides. I'm talking about yours, her, theirs. I don't get it no way. But I guess it's not for me to get it because it's y'all business. But anyway, but do you think that y'all could probably talk about it or something like that? And and so
No,
y'all, everybody can. Okay, you don't think so? Okay, okay,
it's possible, but I don't want to, and I'm not gonna do anything. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it.
okay. That's your choice. I understand that. Okay. Well, just block them then. Y'all block each other. They didn't want to be no problem. Okay, so what I'm gonna
Well,
do is, okay, go
here's
ahead,
the
babe.
thing.
Go ahead.
I can ignore people in the chat because I do it pretty often to who I want to. So that's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
They have an issue. Just like True Essence told Garrick that he was acting funny for getting mad at her flame emojis and laughing at other people's jokes. Well, I think she did the same thing too. She's a little sensitive in her chatting behavior. Jokes are all fun and jokes until you become the joke. That's all.
Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. All right. Well, just let me know. Just keep on talking if you want to talk. If not, what I could do too, I could let you hang out in the you can drop down, and if Earth Day or either True Essence, if they're in the chat, then I'll let one of them come up, and they can say if they want to rebuttal something, what you're saying, or if we could just leave it where it is, because they did say what they wanted to say on Damn D's panel, and I think they may have gotten everything out over there. And it seems to me there's no need in doing anything on this end, because you saying that you don't care whether or not y'all talking anymore or not, or you say you don't wish to have any more conversation with them. So I don't see no benefit in that. So what you want to do? What you want to do?
Um, for me, there's nothing to do, Mr. Joe. I'm not gonna block them. I
Okay.
will say that Miss Earth Day likes to say, "I'm done with it. I'm speaking my piece and I'm leaving it here." Ask her how many times she's blocked me. Maybe people in the chat should ask her how many times she's blocked me, unblocked me, blocked, unblocked me.
Block you from where?
Once
On
from the
somebody's
chat,
channel?
yes.
You said that she blocked you from which whose chat? Who's like
Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but
Okay.
I know I can only see her where I'm a moderator at.
well maybe she don't want to maybe she
Well, I know the people I block, I can't see them even if I am a moderator. So I don't know how she sees Earth Day or whatever. But I wish Earth Day was in the bushes if she would come and tell me what was going on, because I didn't see the situation with her and True Essence on the panel. I missed that. Did anybody else see that? Philly, did you see that? If you still in the chat, or John, I don't know if you uh, seen any of this, but I don't know if anybody's seen this. Dimple D, you probably know.
she don't want to talk to you, Valentina. Maybe that's why she did it. Don't you think that's the best thing to do if she don't want to be bothered with you, like you don't want to be bothered with her? Might be a good thing, you know?
Right.
Well, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. If that's what she needs to do, that's fine. I'm saying I don't need to block people. I can see it, ignore
Oh,
it,
oh, I
and
see what
move
you're
on.
saying.
But she gets on panels, Earth Day. She gets on panels talking about the reason I blocked you is to protect you from this. The reason I did not block you. So she just talks out of her ass, really.
What I was asking you, Dimple D, do you know what happened with Earth Day and Valentina? What she said something happened, I guess, in Damn D's chat where they went on was it Earth Day and True Essence went on Damn D's panel, and I guess they were talking about Valentina. Was that the same day that True Essence dropped that $50 drop on her to get Valentina out the chat? That's what I
So
was.
all I'm saying is she blocked me. She can keep it that way. That's okay. She can unblock me. I don't care.
Okay. Okay. So
It's
I
just
don't
no
know.
big deal to me. I just came to speak my mind. That's all.
Yeah, because you said you was really agitated yesterday because you wanted to say what you wanted to say. So it's good that you can cool off overnight and it won't be as because you wanted. That's why you made a little troll account so you can type back.
Yep. Yep.
In the chat. I was
Yep.
like, Lord mercy, what in the world going on? And she was like, I was trying to type it, then I got the chat. You said I was trying to type, and then I got a troll account because I just wanted to say something to these bees. I was like, what in the heck is going on, Valentina? It was yeah. But
So
okay,
we could
so
do that. We could cussing each other out is easy. I could do that.
yeah,
But it's not ladylike. You're right. Thank you for stopping me earlier.
my pleasure.
Y'all see how calm Miss Yo Thoughts is? Do y'all see how even in all of this, Valentina's talking about this, that she is staying calm, that she's trying to, just like I said, just find a solution. She's being neutral. She's having very little input, but the input that she is putting in the situations, it's actually things to, set boundaries. And hey, you don't call her out of her name. I ain't gonna, I don't want that on here with you women doing this on my panel. So do you guys see the difference? And then when people get on here and call this type of stuff messy, this is how I know people really, it's some people out here that's just looking for stuff, because none of this, what she is doing, Miss Yo Thoughts, is messy. It's not. This is what grown people do. They have conversations. They don't have time to go back and forth with each other. See, and this is how the older women could back in the day used to conduct themselves everywhere they went. You have a few older women or act like fools, but for the most part, there were older women that actually tried to help the younger people. You know what I'm saying? So Miss Yo Thoughts is one of those women that actually wants to help other people because she's been young before. She knows different things, the different trials and tribulations that maybe some of us will go through that's younger than her. And then the thing is, she knows how to conduct herself as a woman, as a woman with wisdom. So, and I'm not putting her on a pedestal. I'm just letting you show you, and if for those who have never seen something like this, I'm used to seeing things like this because of my grandmother and my aunts and women at my church and things of that nature. I'm used to seeing stuff like this. When I came to YouTube, it was a total different culture on YouTube to me because I didn't see how it was such a cesspool of crazy ass people. And we all have crazy ways to an extent, but some of these folks is to the extreme. And people think it's cool. They like it. And something wrong with them. Something wrong with the psyche of people to think that this type of the behavior that you see on here is actually normal. It's not supposed to be.
Yeah. I just don't like, I just
Hey,
don't like
Channel
that when
Forbes,
women
what's
doing that
good?
with each other. You know what I'm saying? When they have a disagreement, I like it better when we can just talk. But then again, I understand because I can get down too, especially somebody tick me off. You know what I mean? Really get something on me. So, yeah. But a little self control out of respect for the ladies.
Okay. Dimples D said Valentina is talking about the night when True said Garrett called her and Valentina a bitch. But D played the video the other day and told everybody Garrett never said that they both me and Valentina. Okay. So basically you trying to say he never said that they were both the B word, if that's what you're saying. Pretty much. Oh, okay. Pretty much why I log more off than on. I know myself and I'm not on it. Hey, how you doing, channel? Good to see you. Others say they both were wrong about what happened, but for some reason people got upset. True blocked me in D's chat because she got mad at me for telling what happened. But I'm glad D played the video. Uh, and so you say, I know Garrett never said that about Valentina, but he did call True a bitch. But this is all nonsense to me. I like to hear you talk because you really be having a lot of good things to say in these chats. So I would love to hear you get on a panel, but I know everybody doesn't want to get on there. Yeah, okay, I understood. So let me go back.
Is in the panel on the thing.
Well,
Okay, so
not only that, it's more respect for myself. I don't want to, sound
yeah.
like a fool on here. Even though I know I snort laughed. I don't care.
You snort laugh. Yeah. Well, so this anything else? Do you want me to let you down, Valentina, or you finish saying what you want to say, and then I'm gonna see if I think True Essence she is in. Hey, True Essence. Hey, Earth Day. I see both of them in the chat. Hey, y'all. So, do you want me to let you down in True Essence or either Earth Day? Do y'all want to come up and say in it? Not she. I'm gonna let Valentina down because she don't want to be up on the panel, and let one of y'all come up here if y'all want to say something to what she said. If not, respectfully, right? If not, we can just cut this whole thing off, and y'all can go about y'all merry way and do what y'all do in the chats and everything. I just hope that whatever goes on with the three of y'all don't spill over to all the rest of us that's in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I want everybody to be, kind of, when I say spill over to everybody, you know how we do sometimes. Be like, that's my girl, that's my girl, and that's my girl. Well, all of y'all my girl. So I just want everybody to have a little, what I'm saying, to be, just, I want everybody. If y'all can't, I can dig it. But I don't want y'all to fuck up us. How about that? Now, how about that? I said it. So we're having fun in the chat because we like all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I do. I'm speaking for myself. Okay. You hear me, Miss Valentina?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm listening. I
Okay.
had to re-spark it up.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, do you want me to drop?
Yeah,
Well, let me
I'll
see.
drop down,
Well, I can
and I'm
accidentally.
cool with it. And
Okay.
hopefully, not anyone in the chat, other than those two specific ladies. I don't have a problem with anybody.
Oh,
So
okay. So you're saying the only person, excuse me, the only people that you have trouble with is those two right now, True Essence and Earth Day, because.
I feel you, Jay. A lot of this stuff is just it's really a bit much. But hey, people is they have conflict with each other, so this is this happens. And it happens because people are people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sometimes you do need a little break from YouTube because you got drama in real life. Why are you still talking about it though? Because it's old news. I'm over it already. I like everybody until it gives me a reason not to like your ass. Mm. Or why are we still talking about? Um, when I saw it, I was looking at it from a different standpoint. Like, I like the way Miss Yo Thoughts handles her panel. I like the perspective that the way that she comes into a situation. You can tell it's not about mess with her. It's really about, yes, this is good content, but it's also about what can we learn from this, right? That's what I see when I see Miss Yo Thoughts. She's about what can we learn from this as people. Um, Michelle Thoughts is into her people. She's into actually just making sense of the mess sometimes. Sometimes you can't make sense of it, I guess, but sometimes there is some lessons that we can learn from anything. And I think that's what she does. She does very well with that, trying to get people to have an understanding. Um, yeah, I really like how she moves. Hey, how you doing, Russell? What's good? Oh boy, I got conflict with a lot of people. My bills still need to be paid. I don't have help with them, so I ain't got to. I know that's right. After a while, you realize you ain't got time, patience anymore. I I can't get that back. You right. How you doing, Russell? You behaving yourself? I doubt it. You say smart kids would run situations by their favorite auntie before they ask their mother for permission or approval to do something. Yeah, you're right. You're right, John. I would always, I tell you, I would always go to one of my I would say the one of the aunts that I really like. She would always give me the best advice. I always felt comfortable talking to this one aunt. And I had a lot of aunts, but it was one aunt in particular that I would go to, and she would always give me the best advice. And I think that's kind of what reminds me of Michelle Thoughts. That's why I like how she moves. She is what as women, like I said, we really need to look at this. We really need to look at how certain women move on here. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The stuff that I see, how women come at other women on here, telling you, you better hope people ain't real crazy where they want to try to reach out and find you. Like for real. I have some people on here, boy. I'm telling you, if it weren't for the grace of God and me not wanting to go to prison, I'm telling you, people can get too out of hand. They really can. I like the way Yo handles everything because she don't allow others to move her. I like, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. She does not. She's you remember that saying like the tree planet. That's how some of these older women used to be back in the day. That's how Miss YoThoughts is, and there's a few others that's just like her. They are not easily to be swayed and move on how they want to handle their chat, how they want to handle their panel, how they want to handle the people that's on there. Because like she said at the very beginning, those who want to come over here and say, I'm trying to start some, lead that over there, because that's not what this is about. See, she already set the stage for her chat, for her panel. So when people come on there, they have no other way but to respect, or they gonna get gone. And that's just the way grandmama used to be. Now you got these grandmamas trying to be like the daughters. They jealous of their daughters. You know, they jealous at the younger woman. But you got women like this that say, no, this is, hey, I'm standing on something. See, these are solid people. And that's why I really like how she moves. And that's why that gives me an ideal on how I want to do, because that's something to actually um be that to model after, to be honest with you. That is something to be modeled after, on how a woman should handle themselves on these streets. Now, every now and then you might have to get in somebody's butt. I mean, you not that don't sound right, but you know what I'm saying. Every now and then you gotta let a person know. Don't do it. Don't try it. Right? But there's always a right and a wrong way to do things. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to get too far out to where people like, man, Selena done really lost it. She's really got dark. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no colorist kind of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dark as in spiritual darkness or, something like that. I ain't talking about skin color. Because you get these people on here, they crazy. Oh, now she a colorist. She talking about dark women. I'm like, oh, Lord. Here we go with this bullshit. Dimple D said, I agree, Selena. It's weird to me, and we don't move like that in our area at all. These women here will beat the brakes off you, off these aggressive, rude ass women that think they're doing anything. Yeah, that's right. I'm like, shit. That's why I learned to kind of carry my own on here. I mean, when I go places, I'm not scary. Because I don't be talking a lot of BS. A lot of the women that talk a lot of BS, they can't fight. They talk too much. The only thing they can do is bark loud. They can't do nothing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Hey, Pinky Pink, good to see you. Thank you for coming through, sweetie. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what type of folks these are. My peeps are still just like yo. I love it. I don't play with kids at all. In my family, kids know to stay in a child's place. I know that's right. There's none of that, and that's where I'm from. Ain't none of that. So when these folks want to come up here and call you all types of names, get up in your comment section like they really gonna do something, I'm like, child, you better be glad you ain't in Texas, Dallas, Texas. And those that is in Dallas, Texas, don't let me see you. I've been listening to YouTube for 4.5, yes, now, okay, 4.5 years. It's been arguments every day on this app, especially when content creators run out of things to talk about. Right, Randy. They have nothing else to talk about. but other people, how other people look. And do you know some of the people that be talking about how people be looking? Oh my goodness, if people was to actually see them in real life, if they would see their real picture and not that little avatar where you can't really see their face, child, they would be I'm telling you, people be talking about them. I was, well, I ain't gonna say what I was about to say, but I was looking at something and I'm like, no, this wildebeest had so much to say. But then when you actually saw this picture, you like, I can't believe this person talking about somebody looking the way they do. Hey, yours, Mike. But that's what people do. They hide behind these little avatars. You can't hardly see their face. They not gonna cam up. They never get on camera. Y'all have seen me on camera when I had no makeup, and when I do, they get on camera. You be like, damn, is this the same person? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, some of the people that be talking on here, they really need to reevaluate, but they're not going to because they're complacent with their stupidity, which is very strange. Hey, yours, Mike. So yeah, I like the way Miss Yo Thoughts move. I gotta give it to her. The girl, though, not the girl, the woman, she knows. Number one, hey Ricky, she knows who she is as a woman. She ain't trying to appease no Negro or Negrette on here. She gonna say what she need to say, and the stuff that she don't need to say, she keep it to herself because she walks and she talks with wisdom. Because everything you want to say, you don't need to say. You don't need to say it. Do you know how many times I want to go in on hoes on here and name them one by one and tell them exactly how I felt about them and tell them exactly what they can kiss on? Hey, Nark, what's good, sis? But then when I thought about it, what's the point? Sometimes you just have to be quiet and let things unfold because most of the time, people will fall on their own sword. Basically, they're going to have to eat their words one day. And all you can, and when it happens, all you can do is just sit back and smile because they did all that talking, right? They did all that talking. They did all that big huffing and puffing and all that bull crap. And just to realize that the people that you think is actually laughing with you will actually one day be laughing at you. And that is what's going to be hilarious. So I'm just that's amazing to me how you see the difference between Miss Yo Thoughts and some of those women that be doing the huffing and puffing and going at people and all this kind of stuff. I think about another y'all remember that panel? It was her, Miss Yo Thoughts, Miss Hey Kevin, Mr. King. Hey T Smith, how are you? Good to see you both. It was, and thank you so much, John McNeary. It was Miss Akimi, Miss Yo Thoughts, and Miss 504. All three of those ladies. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't get a notification. Yeah, but you just right on time. Um, all three of those ladies on there. Then they had other women to come up at the end. And I thought that was a very powerful live. Number one, you have women with different personalities, different ways of thinking, but they all have something important to add to the platform, right? And then at the end, they let other women come up there to give their input on the things that that they saw and the things that they've experienced as a woman. And that was one of the most powerful um not interviews, but powerful panels that I've seen on here on the Miss Akimi's live with the three. And then just seeing the other women come up, and it came up, and then I came up as well. And I was just talking about how it's really good to see this instead of women going back and forth with each other, right? You actually see people having a conversation and talking about different things. And see, that should have been a lesson for a lot of people. But hey, Miss Alexandra, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. And this is the type of things that this is the type of things we want to see. Some of us. Now, some of that going back and forth, it's fun just a little bit. But then it becomes redundant, right? When it's like beating a dead horse. Eventually it gets old hearing the same old, right? So when I saw that, and then when I saw this today, I was like, Miss YoThoughts is on it. Those women I was talking about, they're on it. They're in their own way, they're on their own wavelength. But one thing that they do have in common is they have experience. You know what I'm saying? Experience is, they have lived a large part of their life, so they have experiences that they can actually tell other people and tell other people not to go down certain roads and paths. You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of things that I like listening to, because that's what I'm used to dealing with. I'm used to dealing with women that have wisdom, that actually has something worth saying besides how good they punani is, right? Or how good they can do this, or how good they can, whatever they, talking about on here. That's, to me, that gets old, and there's no substance behind it at the end of the day, right? It's no sub. And then also you have some of the women that's on here. I think I'm all that, and everybody's jealous of me, and I want to talk down to people, and then ask why people are coming at me. That kind of stupid shit right there. That kind of stuff, excuse me, but that kind of stuff irritates me, because a lot of times some of those same idiots that's saying that kind of stuff, they have went at other people relentlessly, and then they want to sit back and say, why is everybody coming at me? Okay, we're going to take that mirror and put it where you can see it, right? And it comes a point where people have to learn to stop pointing the finger at other people and take that mirror and take some self accountability. That's all I'm saying. That goes for me and anybody else. So I like what I have been seeing from the group that I was telling you about, especially Miss YoThoughts today was a good example of how people can have a conversation, and people don't have to go bitch, ho ho ho, and what's the other words we say that they go back and forth and say. That, to me, it gets old, especially if you can't if I can't come and see you, then that's really a waste of time. Thank you, Alexandra, for coming through. Thank you, T Smith and Kevin. Yo, is Mike. It becomes an addiction to go back and forth, right? Even with the panel you just spoke on, Selena, one would think the nonsense would be a done deal with the women, but it's steady going, and it's so I'm so over it already. Like, dang, right. Mr. Kimi, YoThoughts have an advantage because they live in the generation of right. We don't this our generation. I'm a millennial, so the millennials, it's I think it started with the baby boomers generation. I think it's X, then it's the millennials, that's me, and then it's the generation Z. The generation Z, it's some good kids in there, but for the most part them kids is gone. You can look at the school system. The kids and the parents are running the school system, so that's already jacked up right there. That's why it's such a high turnover in education. Don't nobody want to teach these kids, because the system, the school system, is catering to the parents, because they scared of the parents for getting sued. Hey Toby, what's good? They scared of the parents They scared of the kids. We can't say nothing to the kids. If the kids try to fight us, we can't fight. But oh no, not this teacher. Because if you touch me, I'm gonna hit you back. Now, I don't care about losing my job. I can find another one. But you hit me, you're gonna get hit back. And then Narc said, I agree with you. It's people who dish it out and can't right. You get out what you put in, right? But we like the mud. What are you talking about, Toby? But anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna do a part 2 to this because guys, I have to get up in the morning and deal with those little bad children until March the 11th on spring break where I can relax. But I want to do a part 1 of this, part 2 of this because I thought this was pretty interesting. I can only look at some of it because, like I said, I was at the desk and I was looking at some of it, but unfortunately, I can't just stay on YouTube because my job won't permit me to do that. Dealing with the kids and everything, but I saw some of it and I was just like, man, this is something that people really need to pay attention to. But see, a lot of this stuff is gonna go over people's heads because they don't care nothing about that. They want the bullshit for the most part. Most people don't like the mirror in their face, Selena, because that's what happens to me. A couple of these people, they got mad at me because what I said, like I wasn't supposed to check them. No one should expect not to be right. Even me. I have to accept the truth when people tell me something that they saw that I did or something I said that I didn't tell the truth on. That's just what that is. And I can't get mad about it. What I get a problem with is people lying on me and saying stuff that I know I didn't say or I know I didn't mean. So that's what pisses me off. But as far as like what you're talking about, that's right. If I say something wrong, Dimple D, and you know that you was there and you saw exactly what I did, I can't expect you to say, well, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing because that's none of my business. I mean, I'm on YouTube. I ain't trying to be funny. So people are going to have their opinions about certain things that you do. That's just what that is. Now, the problem is people get disrespectful. There's a difference. You can give people criticism and constructive criticism. Hey Pete, how are you? But the thing about it is the disrespect that come with it. Like they don't know how to just why you can't just tell people your perspective without getting disrespectful. They don't understand it. I'm somewhat shocked watching these new niggas divide and separate our sector right before our eyes. Who sent these new niggas? I don't know, honey. Who knows? Thank you for coming through, Pete. uh T. Smith said, salute, Selena. It takes a strong person to deal with children, right? And special ed children at that. So I like okay, I like to tell the truth about anything and would never take it as an insult. You learn from mistakes and move on, right? Alexandra says, we are all individuals. No one should be offended by one's opinion. Right. We are okay. We can all get checked about the behavior with our I think you're saying without getting mad. Right. Like I said, there's a right and a wrong way to do anything. If you come to a person disrespectfully, then I can understand. But if you come in person, you being like, hey, I see this, I can't get mad at that. That's just like Dimple D. More than likely, Dimple D was like, well, now, Selena, you didn't say this, you said that. Then I have to be like, wait a minute, maybe I did, maybe I did say that and I forgot. And then I have to be like, you know what, Dimple D? Damn, you was right. I hate to admit it, but you was right. Right. So it's just about taking accountability for what, you know, you done wrong. And I said that this year I was going to be more um conscience, and I was going to be deliberate about if a person tells me something, to actually really look at it and see if it's something that I need to change. Because a lot of times you don't really realize it, that some of the stuff you did wrong, you were wrong about, and that's what it was. Facts, Selena. But just like Kwame said, the truth can never be disrespected. No, it can't. What I mean by disrespectful, um, okay, it's like you can tell the truth to people. I think people's tone and the words, how they say it, that can rub people the wrong way, right? Now, with especially if it's a person that I kind of know, I've been around them, or I kind of know how they kind of move, and they come to me like, Selena, you was dead wrong for that, right? I wouldn't take that as disrespectful. I'll be like, okay, so tell me, can you tell me what I did? Can you tell me where I was wrong? That would be my question. Then once they tell me that, I'll be like, you know what? I respect your opinion, and maybe I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna see, well, maybe I was wrong, because sometimes we not aware of the stuff that we do. Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying. Narc said, I can't stand when a person is so prideful and arrogant that they feel they're above reproach and can't be wrong. Like, the fuck uh are you? Yeah, right. Accountability. We don't like that word in YouTube. Right. We do not like accountability. And at one point I was so defensive of taking accountability. I had to check myself a couple of times when I had a friend of mine tell me, you kind of defensive on certain things. And she was right. I can't lie, I can't deny it. I had to really accept that. Hey, a lot of some things I was a defensive about, and I shouldn't have been. Send them bad kids uh to school detention or in school suspension or whatever they used to call it. Well, Randy, see, the school system has failed our children because they allow the children to basically get away with murder. And that's why you have so many people, so many teachers getting out of education. Nobody wants to be in a career field where they are not appreciated. They are abused, because sometimes those kids can verbally abuse you and physically abuse you, and they don't have consequences. They may get suspended for a couple of days, but they're back doing the same behavior. So the school system doesn't make the kids accountable, and they don't make the parents accountable. The parents can run the school, they can run the teacher. So that's why I am about to exit stage left pretty soon. Toby says the messenger and the way the message is conveyed is sometimes, that's kind of what I was saying. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So Toby, and like I say, it's just certain people that I wouldn't receive them. The truth is the truth, right? Let's just be honest. Whoever it comes from. But sometimes, depending on the person and how they deliver it, that's what is going to be whether I can take that medicine or not. Because if it's coming from a person, even though it might be the truth, if it's coming from a person that is basically displaying the same behavior and they ain't got no business talking about nobody, I wouldn't receive it that well with them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And it can be 100% the truth, but depending on who it is, I'm leery to take it. Ricky says, we are smarter than the school system. I give them my cell phone number. When I was in high school, I was Mr. Clay. My pops was not around. Oh, okay. Yeah, I tell you, the school system is really, it has messed our kids up, to be honest with you. We are teaching for a test, And then they still want kids with disabilities to take a standardized test, a state test. I'm like, they in special ed. Like, what is wrong with these people? Yes, the government. Schools need that government money. Right. That's why they taking it. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. I remember we had the STAR test coming up in Texas, where if we didn't pass that STAR test, we couldn't graduate from high school. In my village in the country of Africa, we whoop our children in school. Right. And they used to do that back in the day when my mother and and grandmother was in school. I guess they used to get whoopings and stuff too. And I think if they stopped giving whoopings like in the early 2000s, and I was happy about that. I only went to the office one time and got a whooping, but with the paddle. But other than that, I didn't have a problem in school. But they used to do like was it corporal punishment in school. They could paddle you. The principal could paddle you. So they took that out of school. And I think it was in I think it was in 2009 when they took it out of school. Hmm. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. I hope that you guys got something from this conversation, because you know me, I can go from one subject to another. Oh, 2000s, where you was at. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. I went to 2 different high schools. You know, well, you're not from Oak Cliff, so I don't know. Everybody would have been in jail. Yeah, I'm telling you, some of these kids, they need to be, but sometimes jail wouldn't even help some of these kids. I have one boy in my class. He's been suspended probably 23 times already. Yep, he's been suspended for he I mean, he just has bad behavior. He has no consequences, but oh, once you hit a teacher, you can be sent home for 2 or 3 days. Then you come back on Monday and act like nothing ever happened and repeat it again the next week. Oh, you're from New York. Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming through. Um, I hope that you got something from this. Like I said, Miss Yo Thoughts was really awesome. I'm glad that you had this. Okay, you was in the hood. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm go you know what the Golden Bears sock? Yeah. Oak Cliff. But oh, you went to school in Houston. Toby, are you Nigerian? Because because I know you said you was African. I was wondering, were you Nigerian? Because it was a lot of when I went to go visit my friend and University of Hey Carl, how are you? I went to go visit my friend in at U of H, and she she went to U of H and she met a Nigerian guy, and it was a whole bunch of Nigerians down there. And every time we go to one of them parties, boy, I tell you, them Nigerians, boy, they like them some American women. She ended up marrying him. Atmosphere, you're from Kimball? Oh, so you're Kimball and Sock. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. I had relatives that went to Kimball too. And Sock. T. Smith says black people are not Nigerians. Look up Flora Shaw. Okay. Well, oh, I was asking Toby, was he Nigerian? Okay, you are. Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of those Nigerians over in the Houston area. Yeah. It's only one. I tell you, it's one African rabbit on here that's Nigerian. Boy, I tell you, he needs to get whipped with a with a. Oh Lord, I can't even say what I want to say about that. What that boy. But anyway, I digress. You said born at Parkland. Oh, okay. Parkland's one of the best hospitals in Dallas. Yeah, it is a lot of Nigerians in Houston. So, but anyway, guys, love you to Reese's Pieces. I'm thankful that you came through just to say hello. If it wasn't but to press the like button, I appreciate that. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video. And I'm going to play a couple of others as well. I will more than likely go live tomorrow, so please check me out. Thank you guys for the new people that came through today. Thank you so much for just saying hello, and thank you so much, John McNary, and you and Russell and um, uh, Keith. Thank you guys for the cash app. Thank you, Alexandra. I hope you come back. I really appreciate y'all because I know it was so many people going live at the same time. Um, so thank you. Thank you, Toby, for coming through too. Everybody. If I can't name you, you know who you are. I appreciate all of you for coming. Selena, who else is Nigerian? Oh, that African rabbit that I can't stand. Oh my God. Just think about it. Oof, that thing there. Um, yeah, just think about it, Toby. But anyway, I was born at Baylor Hospital. So yeah, you were born at Parkland. Thank you, Philly. Thank you. Thank you. So you guys come back. You here now? Come back. What? Come back now. Well, that's what the hillbillies of what was that? Beverly Hillbillies used to say. Y'all come back now. And and y'all come and hear my little country Dallas accent. Thank you, yours, Mike. It's always a blessing. I will see y'all tomorrow. If not, I might change to Friday, knowing me, because I get so sleepy. I'm a sleepyhead. So I'll probably be back tomorrow and I'll do a little live. But y'all be blessed tonight. And remember, if nobody else, and thank you, Randy. Remember, if nobody else don't love you, Selena love you to Reese's Pieces, and I don't have to know you. So y'all be blessed. And I hope to see y'all tomorrow or Friday, whenever I go live. Also keep a lookout. I am doing interview with Mr. Oh shoot, I am so sleepy. I'm sorry. Mr. Silverback King. I'm doing and Miss E just ETV. They're both going to be interviewing me Saturday at 2:30 on their channel. So keep a lookout for that. If you guys have time, I know if damn dear, so many people be going live at the same time, but y'all check it out if y'all have time, if y'all want to, or y'all can come back and look at the playback. But I will be doing a interview with Silverback King and Silverback King and Miss Just ETV. So y'all keep a lookout for that. All right, love you to Reese's Pieces. Good night. Bye.